by the Black Keys is actually played a half step down. I'm going to be showing you on an acoustic guitar, and this guitar is in standard tuning. So if you want to just learn it in standard and then detune later, if you want to play with the recording of the Black Keys, then feel free, but I'm going to be teaching it in standard. To get to not drop D, but to get to a half step down, which is where the recording is at, your 6 string would get tuned down to a D sharp, your 5 string would go down to a G sharp, your 4 string would go down to a C sharp, your 3 string would go down to an F sharp, your 2nd string would go down to an A sharp, and your 1st string would go down to a D sharp. The intro and the verse are 3 pretty simple chords, an E major to an A major to a G major. The rhythm, the strumming rhythm, is going to be a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, across pretty much all these chords. And on the E, I've got my 2nd finger on the 5 string 2 fret, ring finger on the 4 string 2 fret, 1st finger on the 3 string 1 fret, everything else open, and I'm hitting the open 6 and then down, up. Then you'll go to an A string, or the A chord, open 5 string, and then 1st finger fretting the 2nd fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. You'll strike the open 5 and then down, up, and then you'll go to the G chord. The G chord is ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 5 string 2 fret, open 4, open 3, open 2, and then pinky finger pulled back to the 1 string 3 fret. After the first round of E to the A to the G, there's a little riff that goes. The way that you'll do that is 2nd finger on the 5 string 2 fret, open 4 string, and then ring finger to the 4 string 2 fret. And then you go right back into that E chord. Every other time, it doesn't do the riff. It just goes like just a muted strum of down, up, down, up, down, up. The way that you would do that down, up, down, up, down, up, is just don't fret any of the strings, but lightly lay one of your fingers across the string so that they're muted, and then repeat. E to the A to the G, riff, E to the A to the G, and so forth. That is the verse and the intro to the song. Whenever we get to the chorus begins with a lead-in note, or a set of lead-in notes going. The way that you're going to do that, and you can actually hear another guitar enter the mix here that's playing that. So the main guitar, the main rhythm guitar mimics this as well. But the song starts to become really layered from this point forward. The way that you're going to do that is you'll hit the open 6 string, 1, 2, 3, hit it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then with your 2nd finger, go to the 6th string 3rd fret, pull it a little bit, like bend that 6th string 3rd fret. Then you'll open back up to the 6th string open, and then back with your 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, and pull that note almost all the way up to an A note, like bending it. So you've got. All right, so that's the lead in, and then the chorus will be. Which is an E to a G to A to the G to an E. Now one of the guitars is going. So if you want to play that part, what you're doing is you're just ascending up from an open 6 to the 6th string 3rd fret, to the 6th string 5th fret, then you'll slide up to the 6th string 7th fret and back down to the 6th string 5 fret, and then hit the 6th string 5 again, back down to the 6th string 3, and then open back up to the E. And instead of a slide here, they may actually be bending that note like, which is kind of hard to hit that note properly on an acoustic guitar because you'd have to bend it all the way up to that B sound, but I'm just playing it as a slide. In the second verse, you can hear a pretty distinct guitar riff happen of like... So the way that you would do that is you'll put your ring finger on the second string 3rd fret, pluck it, and also pluck the open the open first string behind it, and then slide your ring finger up to the 2 string 5 fret. That happens pretty quick. And then you'll go up, down with your pick, and then back down to the 2nd string 3rd fret, and then either just open up the 2nd string, or you might go to instead the 3rd string 4th fret, both of the same note, whichever is easiest for you. Or, and then that repeats, and the second time it drops down one more step to the, what is this, the 4th string, I'm sorry, the 3rd string 2nd fret. So you've got first time, the second time. When we get to the bridge changes chords a bit. We've got a B. I'm playing this with my first finger on the 5 string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 4 string 4th fret, pinky finger on the 3 string 4th fret. A B chord up to a D chord. So take this shape and just raise it up 1, 2, 3 more frets. So now I've got my first finger on the 5 string 5 fret, ring finger on the 4 string 7 fret, pinky finger on the 3 string 7 fret, and then take this shape and raise it up 1 more fret to a D sharp. So you're going B to a D to a D sharp, and then back into the chorus chords of or. Another way to execute this, so if you're playing with multiple instruments in a band or something, it's nice to layer this walk up with a second guitar that instead of just doing the standard bar chords, we'll play the D like this, and then the D sharp like this. What I'm doing is I've got my ring finger on the 5 string, the 5 string 9 fret, and then my first finger barring the 7 fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. And then for the D sharp, just slide it up 1 set of frets, so that now your ring finger is originating on the 5 string 10 fret, and your first fingers are barring the 8th fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. And then you go back down into just the standard chorus chords of E, G, A, G, E. While one set of guitars is doing the bridge chords, another guitar is bending notes. So it's a lot easier to do this on an electric, but here's the way that you do it. I've got my first finger on the 2 string 7 fret and my ring finger on the 3 string 10 fret. And I would actually be playing this with a pick, but I'm just going to use my fingers so that I can better control what I'm doing on this acoustic guitar. You're going to pluck both of those notes, which are pretty dissonant against one another, but you're going to bend the 3rd string basically up 1/2 step so that it bends to this note. Once you do that, or actually in that bend, you can hear, after the bend, you can hear the guitar go and bend it back down. So once you bend up, you would hit the fretted 1st string on the 7th fret, the fretted 2nd string on the 7th fret, where your first finger is barring here, and then hit this bent 3rd string, let it bend back down, and then pick up your ring finger to where your 2nd finger should be on the 3rd string, what fret? 9th fret. And then you would immediately jump up to the next set of bends. So the next set of bends is going to be moving with your first finger to the 2nd string 10 fret, and your ring finger will be on the 3 string 13 fret. And in these, you're also just bending up 1/2 step on the 3rd string. Then jump up 1 more set of frets, so your first finger is on the 2nd string 11 fret, and your ring finger is on the 3-string 14th fret, and then jump up one more set of frets so that your first finger now is on the 2nd string 12th fret, and your ring finger is on the 3-string 15th fret, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. And in this bend, if you want to let the first string ring out open, you can. After those bends, there is a slide part that another guitar is playing. And if you don't have a slide, you could just play this just straight lead. And I'm playing it on the 9th fret of strings 3 and 4, though it may also be being played up on the 12th fret of strings 1 and 2. So I'm putting the slide right over. If you've got a slide but have never really played around with it, you don't press the slide down onto the fret. You just let it hover over the fret, lightly touching the string. So I'm starting on the 3rd string 9th fret. Then I'm going to slide down to the 3rd string 7th fret, and then slide up to the 4th string 9th fret, and then back up to the 3rd string 9th fret. So we've got, and then I'm going to go down to the 4th string 9th fret, to the 3 string 7th fret, to the 3 string 9th fret. So I've got, so I'll walk back, I'm basically walking back up to the 3rd string 9th fret, and then I'll slide back down to the 3rd string 7th fret, and terminate back into the 4th string 9th fret. So here's the phrasing so far that we've got. Then you repeat it, and then you come up to the 3 string 12th fret, you strike that, and then you come back down to the 3 string 9th fret. And if you want to play it on the 12th fret, it's the same motions. But you're doing it on the 12th fret. Or if you just want to play it straight lead, that sort of feel. And listen to the recording of it, listen to the recording of the Black Keys playing this to get it perfect. Lastly, after that slide part, there's a bit of a breakdown where they go. So the way that you'll do that is you'll hit an E chord, bend with your 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, and then come up to an A. And then you'll switch between A and G, just leaving your first finger barred in the A position on the 2nd fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. You'll go with your 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, then back to the A, then back to the G, back to the A, back to the G, and then back down into the E. And that will sound like this. And that movement is happening on some upbeat. So listen, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, down is how I'm playing the strumming. Then after that last little round, you can hear a guitar player do that. So inside of an E major chord, I've got my 2nd finger on the 5 string 2 fret, my ring finger on the 4th string 2 fret, my 1st finger on the 3 string 1 fret. The pinky finger gets put down on the 3rd string 2 fret, and it gets bent, like, which is really hard to do right there on an acoustic guitar. But you bend that note, pull it back down to the 3rd string 2nd fret, lift off to the 3rd string 1st fret, and then hit the 4th string 2nd fret inside of the E chord, and finish it by strumming up against the open 1 and 2 strings. sounds something like that. So those are the chords and movements to Go by the Black Keys. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.